In this video, I'm going to discuss or a little bit, symbolization of or a little bit. I'm going to discuss the inclusive and exclusive sentence of or a little bit more. They've already discussed in the previous video, or video in the previous unit a little bit. And then the main variant of or, which is unless. Okay, so inclusive and exclusive sentences of or. So an exclusive or might be on a restaurant menu as a side with your main dish. You get super salad, and you don't get both, so you'll get one or the other. Or if I say I will contribute food or money and then contribute both, what I said was true, that's an inclusive or. So the first one is exclusive. It's not true if both disjuncts are true. The second one is inclusive. It's true if both disjuncts are true. So we will treat English ors as inclusive. The or in our logical system is inclusive, and so we'll symbolize English ors as logical as the or in our logical system. It may or may not be. It may be that sentences that occurrences of or in English that look like they're exclusive are in a certain way really inclusive. In particular, the sentence meaning itself, and that's all we're trying to capture when we symbolize all English ors may be inclusive, and it's a fact about how it's being used in its context when it's said in a particular case, and it has the exclusive character about it. That's a further implication of the use having to do with the particular person who's saying it to the particular people who are hearing it, and some background knowledge that they share and so on. Or maybe some uses of or are truly exclusive, that the meaning itself of the word is exclusive. We're not going to worry about that so much, and we're just going to we're going to assume, and perhaps it's a false assumption, but we're going to assume that all English occurrences of or are inclusive. It is worth briefly thinking about how an exclusive or might be symbolized. We're not ever going to, but it's worth thinking about just to help us understand our system. So an exclusive or is true if and only if one disjunct is true and the other is false. Another way of saying that is that it's true if the disjuncts have different truth values. So if they're both true, the exclusive or is false. If they're both false, the exclusive or is false. But if one is true and the other is false, so they have different truth values, then the exclusive or is true. Now, the biconditional square if and only if circle, that's true if and only if square and circle have the same truth values. So not square if and only if circle is true if and only if square and circle have different truth values. And so not square if and only if circle can symbolize square, exclusive or, circle. So that's how, if you were going to symbolize exclusive or in our system, you would do it. We're not going to, but it's just worth noting. Okay, so the main variant in our problems of or will be unless. And this might be a little bit weird. It might not be obvious that unless is indeed a variant of or. So let's take the sentence, we will party unless the police arrive. So that's true. It's false if we won't party and the police don't arrive. So there it agrees with or. It's true if we will party and the police don't arrive. So there it agrees with or. And it's true if we won't party but the police do arrive, and that also agrees with or. So to summarize, we will party unless the police arrive is false if we don't party and they don't arrive. True if we don't party and they do arrive. True if we do party and they don't arrive. So in those three cases, the unless and or agree. What about the last case? Is it true if we party and the police arrive? So the answer needs to be yes if unless is or, and indeed if the answer is yes, then we can symbolize unless as or, because then it would agree in all four cases with or. So let's consider, is it true if both components are true? Indeed it is. We might say we will party unless the police arrive, and we'll party anyway. And so we can add this explicit stipulation that says even if they do arrive, we will still party. So what the unless sentence at least apparently says is that the sentence says if we don't party, then the police have arrived. And that's equivalent to saying either we will party or the police will arrive. So the sentence does leave it open that, for example, the police arrive and join the party. So we will party unless the police arrive. It's true if we party and the police arrive. It's true if we won't party and the police arrive. It's true if we party and the police don't arrive. And it's false if we don't party and the police don't arrive. And so unless has the same truth table as or, and so we can symbolize unless as or in our system. So that's what we have to say about OR. In the next several videos, OR by itself, I'm going to talk about if and only if, and we'll talk about neither nor next, and then also some scope issues. So a couple more videos, none terribly long, but you should check them out.